All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Crisscross applesauce? Am I gonna hurt my knees?
However you feel, babe.
Yeah. Listen, a lot of you were coming for me in that Instagram post saying that I need better friends, saying that I need to surround myself with better people. And yeah, no shit. Obviously, I was talking about the naysayers and the people that we can't really control being around. But anyway, since you guys had so much to say, I figured I'd bring in my bestest friend in the whole wide world.
Me?
Unfortunately.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for having me.
Right. So today I am joined by Lolo.
That's me.
Do you want to tell them a little bit about what you do?
Well, sure. The thing I do is this, which is what I'm going to say now. I am a content marketing specialist. I am a creative director. And I am, most importantly, your best friend.
It's like Brittany's best friend, human, son, gay.
I thought it was dumb. I thought it was worthless. I thought it was gay.
I felt worthless. I felt ugly. I felt gay. I felt that
Well, we're pretty. In my standards, you're pretty up there.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
You and my mom are tied for number one in my life. For sure.
And I'll share that title with her because she's a diva.
Right.
No, your mom, me, Daisy.
Absolutely.
Show a picture of Daisy. Right here.
Anyways, I brought Lolo on today, obviously to prove a point that I do have supportive friends.
See? Do have friends.
Right. But also to talk about, the ways that we've supported each other in our careers.
Yeah.
Because I'm an entrepreneur. He's a freelancer. We're both very in control of our careers and what we produce. And it's not easy finding people that are willing to support you in those endeavors. Because, we didn't meet until I was 16.
Right.
You were a little older.
Just a few years.
Because she's older than me.
However, just a few years.
Well, we won't go there, but
Just a few years.
Just a few years. We did meet at we were working at a movie theater, and I think we hit it off instantaneously because I felt like you knew down to the jokes or down to like the way that I would say certain things. You knew how to volley back with me, and I thought to myself,
This is a diva.
I think this is a potential diva. Yeah. so this is potential mother.
This is a potential mother.
Right.
And I think from there, what made me more or less so feel like there could be a friendship there was just the way that, again, you volley back and forth, and you got it from a point of like, I didn't have to explain it. You were very well-rounded in culture and or in the culture that I liked per se.
Right.
You were a fag hag potentially. You know what I mean? So that's okay. We can say that. That's okay. We can say that. But and that's what I needed at that time because there weren't many of you guys, you divas,
Right.
potential mothers that understood what it was like at that point. Because again, it wasn't really fab to be fab.
Right.
Okay.
It was very
okay. It wasn't fab to be fab.
Wasn't always.
It
It's
wasn't
easier
always.
now.
Yeah. Well, everybody feels like they could be fab, but not everyone can be fab.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're the original diva. That's what a lot of people don't know.
Diva on 3, 1, 2, 3. Diva! Anyway, yeah, so that's how we pretty much met.
Right. And when I met you, I didn't know anyone that was doing what you did at the time. Like, obviously, outside of going to school and work, like a regular high schooler, you were like already getting your feet wet in design. Because a lot of people don't know that you were a designer first.
I was a designer, yes. And my feet were, I feel like more than wet. I feel like they were soaked. And they were in quicksand. So pretty much I was doing fashion design at the time. And by that point, I was probably the only one at that point in Patterson to do that, given the fact that obviously if you weren't a music producer or a photographer, people weren't really looking at you, right? Obviously now everyone feels the need that they can do that and they feel like they can stamp on a t-shirt and feel like they could give it. But at the time I was actually making clothes and real fashion. And, I didn't have that much of a support group, but you automatically, without me having to explain it, you said, no, this is the one. And not only that, but I'll help you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's where I was like, I think I like you.
Right.
I think there could be something here.
Oh my gosh, you just reminded me of when I used to try on all of your designs.
You did used to try. Oh yes, you did. And
Like
there's photos
literally,
somewhere, I feel.
he would be designing a dress for someone, get it made, bring it to his house, and he'd be like, "Oh my god, try this on. It fits you."
It really used to work like that. And you really were like, I would really run a lot of things by you at first, and I still do. And at the time with fashion, it was a thing of like, I really needed a woman's perspective because newsflash,
Well,
I'm not a girl. You know what I'm saying? So, but I still needed that eye and that, like, I needed a woman's perspective. And I think you were the only one and still are the only one that I run things by when I need that kind of perspective, I think.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, you're definitely my point person for that because before, first of all, I want to say you're so good at what you do. I mean, although you're not designing anymore, that's not really where you're at today. I hope you do get back to it because he even designed my prom dress and he did it for free because he's a real ass bitch.
I did it for free?
You got my dress made for me. Well, because remember, I didn't want to go to prom.
Right.
Because I'm very anti-prom. And again, I don't know if it comes from a place of survival where it's just like, girl, all that money on one night and it's like a big quince for everybody.
That is true.
And it's nobody's birthday. Like, I'm not doing that.
Our era at the time was of the time of like, this has to be custom, $900, $800. Like,
Oh,
girls
yeah,
were
that was the
giving the money. Girls were
beginning.
giving the money.
That was beginning of the prom dress fiasco.
Oh, yeah,
and now,
yeah.
oh, girl, they do. I would not survive in high school. At this time, hell no.
Well, I didn't think
they got Birkins, girl.
Well, I thought after we graduated, school ceased to exist.
Oh, absolutely.
People still go to school. That's crazy to me. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
But anyway,
Well, they can't read.
that's true. That's true. That's true.
But anyways,
Should we take a break?
let's take a break.
Okay.
If you're a business owner or a content creator looking to level up your visuals, you need to tap in with It's Lolo's World. He's a content marketing specialist who does it all. Flyers, graphic design, video editing, and everything in between. Whether you need your brand to pop on social media or you're ready to take your content to the next level, he's your go-to. Follow him on Instagram at It's Lolo World and let him bring your vision to life because your brand deserves to look as good as your ideas. You're definitely my point person because I think you were the one that inspired me to really chase my dream. Like, again, before then, everybody was kind of like, oh. I mean, I also went to a vocational high school, so I don't think that helped much. Of course, we're all learning different trades, and so we're all kind of focused on that or like expanding on that in college. And I'm doing cosmetology, so girl, all I need is the license and I'm good.
Right.
I don't need much other than that. But yeah, when I met you and I saw that you were doing everything that you were doing, it really inspired me to like, oh wait, maybe I can go back into acting. Maybe I can pursue it like once I'm done with high school. And also just like regular things like that I don't do often. Like, of course, I used to dance in my room in private, sing in private, but
Now we do it together.
my God, like
Now we do it together.
to the point where we were singing at Christmas this year. It was ridiculous. I've never sang in front of my family before. And it wasn't until my mom's boyfriend was like, oh, you guys sound really good. I was like, wait,
Are we a
Where are we?
barbershop quartet of two?
think about it.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, there is the art of not caring, and what other people think of me is not my business, right?
Right.
And I think in doing that and in instilling that at an earlier age, just kind of makes you want to just do whatever you want because the life that you have isn't shared; it's yours.
Absolutely. Oh,
Write that down.
absolutely.
You know, and I think in having, both of us meet by the universe or whatever it be, I think we needed each other at that time.
For sure.
And I think in us meeting and us spending so much time together, because we hit it off immediately, it was a thing of like, well, what do you want to do? And I think because you supported me so much, I wanted to know what what you wanted to do and what your endeavors were. And I think that's how we were able to support each other in that avenue, because you supported me. I have no other point but to support you, you know, right? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think, I mean, it goes, not I think, I know it goes way beyond what we do creatively. Like, you know, I was literally, before you got here, I was cleaning up and I was getting ready and I was just like, damn, do you remember when I started living here by myself? I was like 18 or 19 when I started living by myself, a sophomore in college, semester just started, and I started my new job, but I hadn't gotten paid yet because it was like a 2-month training period. So I was low on money, girl. I had just paid rent. I did not have any money for food. And you came over with like 4 bags of groceries. And you were like, here.
Oh my God, yeah. Because at that time I worked at a restaurant and I was like, girl, take all this frozen shrimp, girl.
Right.
And take the steak, girl. You know what I'm saying?
And you gave me strawberries.
And I gave you weed.
Did you?
Yeah, I gave you weed, remember?
Thank you.
No, you're welcome.
Because when you're down, girl, sometimes you need a blunt.
I'm just trying to roll a fucking blunt.
I'm just trying to smoke a blunt and expose the government. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So
let's take a break.
Bitch,
get back when I step on the runway.
Oh my God, do you remember when you moved to Cali?
I did live in California. Don't out of body. I did live there. It was short-lived, obviously the pandemic. But
right.
I think
because you moved a month before the pandemic.
I did 2 months before the pandemic.
No, because you moved in February. I remember that.
Yes.
Like right by my B-Day. Who does that?
You know what I mean?
That was so rude.
It was very one of those things of like, I have to find myself. And I did find out that I didn't like it there.
Why?
I didn't like it there. Well, because obviously you weren't there. And again, well, the thing is that I didn't necessarily understand how much I relied not only on you, but just the support.
Yeah.
Because I think at that time, I remember like locking myself in my closet because I had to walk in at that point. Ooh. And I remember walking and sitting in there and just like crying and calling you and being like, hello, I don't know if this is the right move. And that definitely was one of the more reasons where I wanted to move back. Ideally, it wasn't the plan to move back. Obviously, the pandemic happened and I just ended up just staying here. But what made me more or less want to come back is just the support that I would, even though you weren't physically there, you would call me and like hear me cry about like, just, I didn't know if I fit in, all this other stuff. And that made me more happy to come back as opposed to like, oh, I have to come back because of the pandemic. I get to come back and I get to be with my friend again because I really needed that back then. And you didn't have to listen to me all the time, but
no.
I was in my closet. I don't have to. I don't want to listen to you. No, I want to.
You don't have to be here right now.
Right now, right. So it was a thing of like, I'm happy that I'm back because I get to be with my like best friend again because listen, needed that support.
Yeah, I think we talked more when you were in California than we ever did while you were
now.
Yeah.
Right now. You know? Yeah. No, I really needed that support because it's not that I didn't have any over there, but there's a difference between people that you've made friends with within the industry and friends that you have made, you know,
just cause
at a movie theater.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's definitely a good thing.
Right. And especially because LA's so weird. I mean, we don't have to get into it. I'm not.
Sorry to you LA people. Sorry, but
right.
I can't do it. Don't like the food.
No, bad. Unless it's like authentic Mexican or some type of like authentic Asian cuisine is not hitting.
Sorry.
I mean, Shake Shack is good, but we got those here. So
I feel like Shake Shack.
Woo!
Not sponsored, by the way. So anyway.
Just saying. But yeah, and they don't even have like no Dominican food out there, girl. Bye.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Nah, I'm staying.
Anyway, y'all are good for the parties, but party's over. Party always has end.
That is true. Well, at the end of the day, it's night.
At the end of the day, it's the end of the day.
There it is.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for joining us today. But it's the support. I definitely needed the support, and you not only gave me extra support, but it made me more or less so realize that I'm like, well, maybe I do want to come back.
Yeah.
And guess what? I stayed. So there it is.
Listen, I don't care what nobody says. And I know what I said. Patterson, yes, there are naysayers out there. That's not the point. I love my city. I love New Jersey. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. It's lit over here.
I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Right.
Like, it's my lit. What?
That's true. I agree. In a sense. Let's take a break.
Hey, girl. If you're in North Jersey and you've been thinking about getting your lashes done, this is your sign. The Hot Loft is the spot for soft, wispy, natural to glam lash sets that actually last. It's a private, appointment-only studio, so it's perfect if you're craving a peaceful, no-rush vibe while getting your lashes slayed. And because you're a podcast listener, we've got a special treat for you. Use code POD for 30% off your full set. Yes, 30%. That's our way of saying thank you for tuning in. Book your appointment at thehotloft.com and treat yourself. You deserve it. So now when it comes to what you do, because I know you're a freelancer, I know that, graphics is pretty lonely, is it not? Do you feel support in your industry? Because I don't really know how that works.
Well, with graphics, it is a lonelier thing. It's definitely a thing of well, I am happy that I have the creative freedom. Some people give me the creative freedom to do whatever I want. Obviously, just all I need is a name, and I'm obviously able to just, in my mind, portray what I think it would look like. And it is a place where obviously you do require feedback, and you are able to work in a team to come down with a concept or stuff like that. What I have noticed is that I do work better alone in this instance, and I do enjoy having creative freedom in a way, because I don't work well with a team. I can, but when it comes to me creatively and it comes to me having a concept, I like in this area, I don't need as much support because I know what I'm doing. And there's times where I do have to work with people who don't know what they're doing. So I'd rather be like, hey, you know what? I was contracted for a reason. So let me take care of that. And I handle it my way. But how about you?
I don't know. I guess it's tough, right? Because I was going to ask, do you feel like there's at least someone else in your industry that does what you do, and you can kind of be like, ugh, I hate when this happens?
Not like me. Not as good as I can.
Ooh.
Oh.
Probably.
So at that point, it does become a lonely thing, because it's hard to ask for tips or stuff like that, because I'm not gonna lie, nobody has my mind, and nobody does it as good as I know that it's not even a cocky thing. I just know that I do a good job. And why do I feel like I know that I do a good job is because I get hired to do a lot. As of right now, I've made a flyer for every single gay bar and club in the city, in Manhattan and in Brooklyn.
Right.
So if you've seen one, let me know. But I've worked with a lot of gay bars and clubs in Brooklyn and New York, and I can confidently say nobody can do it like I do. Hello.
I agree.
But what can I say? But
exactly.
So yeah. But with you, I think it's different, because you have to obviously do someone else's.
Oh, absolutely. I think, honestly, I think I get more support from my clients than I do other women in the lash industry.
Well, because you were one of the first divas to do the lash.
That's not true.
Well,
that's not true.
Okay, how about this? It wasn't true. Maybe if it was true, or was it not? I think you were one of the first. Maybe I just didn't pay attention to anybody else that was doing it, but you were definitely one of the first to make it into a brand, or do it seamlessly, where it's like, damn, do I want my lashes done? You know what I mean?
You did ask for clusters.
I did want little ones at the end, because I was like, I want to give it. But at that point, I realized the beauty is within.
Right.
So, but the world's still going to be too long. But anyway, I think you were one of the first ones to make it clean and seamless, making other girls follow suit. Oh!
Thank you.
I can say that. I'm not in the business.
Right.
So my opinion doesn't matter. but it's true.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Did you feel like you had support from other lash techs and not the clients?
No. I mean,
What was that like at the beginning?
because in the beginning, I was friends with another lash tech. We were coworkers at like this hair salon. She started lashing first. She started like a year before me. And I was even like her model for her training course. So I was like, you know, we were good and we were supportive of one another once I started doing lashes. But somewhere along the way, I think it's when I was working at Amazing Lash Studio, she was very supportive of me because I'm working for a company. I'm not working for myself.
Right.
It's different. Whereas when I started to venture out on my own, started my own thing, I think in the beginning she was very willing to like, little tips and tricks and helping one
with
another.
your little business.
Right.
With your little business.
With my little
we'll
business.
Get back to that.
But somewhere along the way, it just got very weird because we would do each other's lashes and I didn't have a problem shouting her out like, oh, lashes done by blank. I'll never give you airtime, girl. Got me fucked up.
Lashes by Helga.
Right. So I would shout her out in that way. And yeah, sure. Is doing it on my lash page the greatest thing for business? Probably not, right? Because clients can see that and go follow her and go to her. But I wasn't thinking like that. I don't think like that. So I didn't care to do that. But she would post like, it was several times, but it was one in specific that in particular, I should say, where she posted who did her hair, who did her makeup. I did her lashes so nice. They were like colorful and really cool. And she didn't include me in that post. And I was like, that's kind of nasty because
that's not supportive.
At all. Yeah. At all. Like we're 20 minutes away from one another. It's not, I don't think your clients are going to come to me. They live down the street from you, girl.
Right.
Why would they do that? I mean, and even if they did, you can't control that.
Right.
So I just thought that, good. Right. I just thought that was very corny. And there was another time where I was getting my lashes done by this girl. And, you know, we were very close in age, went to the same high school, lived very close to one another, very convenient. And she did great work. So I was getting lashed by her. And she was opening up to me about things in her personal life, as was I.
Okay.
But, you know, she's telling me about, like, things going on in her friendship. So I'm like, I feel comfortable enough to, like, confide in you.
Right.
And there was one time where we were talking about clients, and I was just like, oh, girl, I hate when my client is in my bed, like, huffing and puffing because it makes me anxious. Because it's like, girl, what are you tired from? You're laying down.
Right.
I should be tired.
I can't lash faster.
Right.
Hurry up faster.
Right. So we were talking about that and laughing about it. Girl, why the next day on her story, she posted a reel that was pertaining to that, like clients sighing and being, you know, rushing to get out of the bed. And she posted it. She said, LMFAO doesn't happen to me though, because I'm fast. I said,
all right.
Girl, are you okay?
Now, who is this pertaining to?
Because I would get it. Listen, if you posted that 2-3 days later, I can't really think nothing of it. That's your opinion,
but if you
whatever.
posted that while we were sitting together?
You posted that 24 hours later. And also, too, we were laughing about it. So
I wasn't the only one filling up the room.
Right. So why are you trying to use that as a moment to like, what, fake flex on me or sub me? Or I thought it was very weird. And literally after that, I just stopped getting my lashes done by her because it was like, I feel uncomfortable.
Well, I think they fall under the category of people who kind of like sneakingly like don't really want you to win. And that happens with a lot of whether it be friendships or whether it be relationships.
Oh,
because there are some times where you have people within your relationship who feel as though obviously morally they have to support you, but in reality they'll do little things, little quippets that will to sabotage you, right?
Yeah.
And I know that there's been instances in my like past relationships where that's happened, but I know there's stuff that's happened in your relationship. Well, let's take a break.
Right.
Let's take a break. Right.
Are there any stories with you of not feeling supported? Like what?
Well, it was definitely a thing of no one really got it.
Right. Well, because none of them really did what you do.
It wasn't until like the relationship that I'm currently in now, where because we worked in kind of parallel or retrospective like fields that we need to depend on, I guess, that I'm able to feel supported because they understand it.
Right.
Versus in any other relationship that I was in, it was very hard to understand because they weren't in that.
Yeah, because they were
arena.
working at the fish factory.
The fish factory, backer of frost, if
Like,
you will.
Didn't even bring any home, but
Didn't
okay.
bring not a single salmon in here. Not a single salmon.
Useless.
Useless. But there were people, and even before that, there were people again who just didn't understand how time consuming things can be.
Right.
And how they would have been able to support me in a way of just letting me know that they were there for me.
Yeah.
But huffing and puffing because sorry I didn't make dinner.
I was busy, girl.
I was busy starting a career, starting an empire.
Jesus Christ. No, because now I'm mad.
Go ahead.
Girl, to my girls out there, my young girls, okay? I'm 26 years old. I think, how old was I when I was living with this guy? I was probably like
just a few years.
Yeah, I was probably
You were young.
like 21.
Still young now. Hey.
No, absolutely. No, I was definitely like 21,
I know
22.
you weren't 25 yet. I know that.
No. So to all my young girls out there, listen, I was 21, 22 years old, having a man shack up with me.
Play a house.
Please don't do it. Wait a couple years. Make sure you really know that person. And although I knew this person pretty well.
Because you could come over. You could come over for 3-4 days.
Right.
But you don't live in here.
Right.
It's my house. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. Yeah. I would do things so different.
Right.
But, you know, whatever. I was dumb and in love, and I really wanted him to be here every day. So he ends up moving in. He didn't start work. We both started work at the same time. Our hours were the same. It was like from 12 to 8. So, yeah, girl, just because I'm home working out of my spare bedroom doesn't mean that
it's not equally as important.
Right, or that I'm not busy because I'm still booked. I still have clients. So the fact that you're expecting a 3-course meal when you get home after work, listen, I know you was moving furniture all day, but
there will be no croquembouche tonight.
No, none at all.
No quinoa, not in that stove.
We can order something and you pay for it. Fuck.
Well,
yeah, man. Ooh. But, you know, little things like that, or, you know, on his days off when I would be working, he'd be like, oh, why do I have to stay in the room? Like, I want to hang out in the living room. Little girl.
Because it's professional. Whatever happened to coof?
Right.
Whatever
like,
happened to etiquette? You know what I mean?
My clients know that I'm home based. They know what they're walking into. They know it's a house, but I still want it to be professional. And you chilling on the couch while women walk in and out of my house, that's not professional, one. And why do you want to see women walking in and out of the house?
When you're not wearing shoes either, I don't want to see your chopped and screwed gnarled feet.
Right. Like, ew, it's weird.
It is weird.
And then the walls are thin and I can hear the TV. Just chill in the room for an hour and a half. You can't chill.
Or just leave because you might fart and I might hear that.
Right.
And I don't like that.
And it's going to piss me off.
It is going to, yeah. And then the thing is that you want to be able to, for your client, let them know that like nobody else exists but you right now in that moment.
Exactly.
And even with my old partner, when I had to do photo shoots for creative directing and or, you know, that kind of angle for Lolo's World, I would have to have my partner wait in the room and I would get texts of like, are you almost done? Don't rush me. Don't rush perfection. Don't rush me.
Especially because those were our apartments. So, bitch, you fall in line with what I say. If we got this apartment together, it's a little different. If I moved into your house, completely different.
1000%, yeah.
But, girl, you is in my shit. Are you crazy?
And also, what are the plans after this? Just sit
out in the living room.
No, ma'am. But I remember there was that instance with them who should not be named, but then there was another one. And let's get into that. Let's get into that. Because there's also a thing of, we'll get into that. Say that first and then we'll get into this one.
Right. Well, you know, with he who cannot be named.
He who remains. Right.
Anonymous.
Right.
It was annoying because he didn't live in the state. He lived in New York.
Cross
so
country.
He would, right, pretty much,
Pretty
it felt
much.
like. So he lived in New York. He would come over, sleep over on the weekends. And I still work on Saturdays. Like, that's not changing. That's my money-making day. So, yeah, there are clients that are still reaching out to me on a Saturday. Or even if I have them next week, Tuesday, and they want to change their appointment, yeah, they're reaching out to me while I'm on the couch. Why are you getting mad if all we're doing is watching TV? Why are you getting upset that I'm responding to them? Like, you're catching a full fit, like, oh, you don't have business hours? They can't, like, actually,
Well,
no.
I make my own hours. And the reason why my business has gotten as good as it has is because of my relationship that I have built with my guests and my customers. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And also, too, yeah, if she's reaching out to me, let's just say Sunday, her appointment's for Tuesday and she needs to move it down an hour or whatever the hell it is, I need to be on top of that. I'm not going to wait until Tuesday when I get back to work to respond to her.
And details don't change anything. Shut the fuck up.
Seriously, girl.
Shut the hell up.
This is not your shit. You crazy as hell.
Well, then, even then, people will have a way. It doesn't even have to. That's where the animosity starts. That's where the thing of like, well, why
Right.
can't you spend time with me? I'm not saying that I'm not. So what's the tea on that? And then the thing is, they will even go as far as doing other things like, how's your little lash business doing?
Well, I
How's
had a
it
moment
little-
like that, but even no, there was another time with the same guy, the New Yorker. We're chilling here on the couch, and he's coming at me. He's like, "Why are you watching lash videos?"
Oh,
Why are
when they
you
made
always-
that comment.
Yeah, like you're always watching lash videos. Like it's almost like you're autistic. I'm like, girl, that is so. Not only is that ignorant, that's
Undiagnosed.
that's number one, but number two, what?
You
Sorry
just-
that I have a passion. Sorry that I have something that I really care about and that I'm interested in. Like, I'm sorry you don't feel that way about yourself.
Nah.
And that was the common link between those two people, was them not knowing their purpose in life.
And being just like that sneak animosity as well that came with it.
Right.
Because they just didn't know. They just didn't know what they want to do. But that's not my problem.
At all. Oh my God. You know what? That reminded me about the other time, the one I was living with. Remember, okay. Listen, I went on a trip to LA. I was inspired. I was like, listen, I got to start acting and modeling.
Oh.
So I went on that venture.
I do remember that.
I'm at work.
I still have it.
Well, earlier that day, I'm having a conversation with my ex, and he's telling me how he feels like he doesn't know what he wants to do in life. Again, I can only support so much because that is a very internal issue. Like,
Right.
I can be there for you. I can listen to you. I can talk to you. That's all great, and I have no problem doing that. But at the end of the day, the power is in your hands.
I can lead a horse to
So-
water, but I can't make it choose whatever they want to do. You know what I
Right.
mean?
So we had that conversation earlier that day. I go to work, working with a client, and I get the call back from my agency. And they're like, hey, we want to sign you, giving me the rundown. And I am so excited. I texted him mid-client. I'm like, oh my gosh, babe, they called me. So excited. He texted me back, mad dry. This is someone that constantly uses emojis. Oh, congrats.
But you're a hater.
What? Like, and listen, although I've never felt that way, I think I've always been very firm in what I want to do in life, and that's never really wavered for me. Although I've never experienced that feeling, I can understand it, and I'm sure that felt shitty in that moment to hear that, especially because we had that conversation earlier in the day. But it's like, damn, girl, as my partner, you really can't put
Have
your
to put that
own
aside, yeah.
exactly to be supportive of me. Like, I don't know.
Well, it makes it feel like, well, wait, should I be excited? Like, is it like, it makes you, it's empty. It feels very empty. The congratulations is empty.
Yeah, and it's like downplaying your shit. Like, girl, I was so amped. Like,
Downplaying it to your little acting career,
Right.
your little lash business, your little everything. And again, people don't understand the repercussions that come with saying things like that, because I need people to understand, no matter how little you think it is, dispel that from whatever it is that your friend, your partner, or anything is doing. You just have to be there to support them, whether you don't want to or not. Act like you do,
right.
because ultimately you could be gone. You get out of here,
Right.
you could be gone,
I don't have to put up with this. Like, this is ridiculous.
and I don't have to put up with this conversation. Let's take a break.
And listen, since we're talking about exes, let me just say this to the camera, to the viewer. If you are trying to spin the block, on me at least, please watch your mouth. Because I found it very crazy the other day. You know, I was dating someone for 2.5 seconds.
A breath, a deep breath.
And he hit me up trying to link me, whatever. And in that conversation, he's like, oh yeah, I seen you started a little podcast.
You see, your little minuscule podcast that I've never heard of in your life, you piece of shit.
Bitch.
That's what I heard.
This is big business.
That's what I heard.
If you want to know what a motherfucking boss looks like, bitch, you looking at one. A bitch that handles big business.
The big Dominican.
Like, are
You always
you...
want to do batty shot o'clock, bitch.
Exactly.
Don't like
Girl,
that.
are you out of your fucking mind? If you're trying to get back with me, you would think, oh my God, I saw your podcast. It looked so great.
Saw a huge
You're doing
podcast.
amazing. Right. I subscribed as soon as it came out. I watched it 50 times. Like, where's that?
They were lashing on your back, but I saw that too. Like,
Right.
they was coming at you, but I saw how viral it went. Like, this is your big podcast, your big old podcast.
You did your big one.
You did your big Big Dominican on 3. 1, 2, 3. Big Dominican. So
Right.
that's what they could have done.
But I guess, you know, these are the pitfalls of dating as a boss, right?
Boss. Michelle. No, boss. Right.
I don't know, Lo. I don't know. My next one. Well, my next one, first of all, gotta be sexy. That's number one.
Okay.
Tall, dark, handsome, and well endowed. Preferably, I know you can't control that. I'm just saying what I like.
Right. Well, because it's
Because it's
what you
about
like.
me.
Yeah.
It's my podcast.
Correct,
If you
correct,
feel
correct,
some
correct.
type of way, you make a video and you talk about it.
And we will watch.
Right, because
I'm always right.
I will be watching the podcast of the well endowed.
Okay.
Think about it.
Okay.
And by
okay.
podcast, I mean porn.
Oh, I didn't get it. Okay.
Well, they
Okay.
do. Anyway.
Let's not get into that.
No, but I just think the next person that I end up.
I just got what you Oh, okay. Sorry.
Wait, what'd you get?
Did you? I can't say it.
No.
But it could be related to that. It could be related to that.
Sure.
Not good.
Right.
Okay.
Anyways, I just think my next partner, he has to have passion. He has to be ambitious. And listen, I think a lot of people get it confused with our industries, whether you're an entrepreneur, a freelancer. Babe, you don't have to do what I do. I don't care for that. You don't have to have your own business. You don't have to be making t-shirts, girl. Like, it's not that serious. That's a diss.
He can't see it.
Nah, but I just want you to be passionate about something. And it's not even something that you have to monetize. Like, if you like to paint for fun, paint for fun.
Have the drive to do something so you can feel what it feels like to have that kind of support.
Absolutely.
You know?
Right. Like, girl, if you're a plumber, I better see you looking at plungers every fucking day.
Best plumber I've ever
The
heard.
best plungers. I'm getting them for you for Christmas because I want to pour back into you and what you like.
So that when you pour into the toilet and you clog it, I can pour the plunger in there. And you know how to use it because you have
Right.
drive.
Exactly.
Let's take a break.
Right. Hey, girl. If you're in North Jersey and you've been thinking about getting your lashes done, this is your sign. The Hot Loft is the spot for soft, wispy, natural to glam lash sets that actually last. It's a private, appointment-only studio, so it's perfect if you're craving a peaceful, no-rush vibe while getting your lashes slayed. And because you're a podcast listener, we've got a special treat for you. Use code POD for 30% off your full set. Yes, 30%. That's our way of saying thank you for tuning in. Book your appointment at thehotloft.com and treat yourself. You deserve it. I don't know, Lolo. I don't know when it's going to come. I don't know what's going to happen for me. By the way, I am single. Everybody's asking, oh my God, you're so beautiful. A lot of y'all were sending applications in my DMs on Instagram.
We're still reviewing. We're still trying to see, check them out. Well, we're reviewing. It's not a thing of like we're being dead set, but maybe you might get a call back, maybe you won't. But we may need to schedule a second or third interview.
All of them are like 35 and plus. You know, I will never date anyone more than like 5 years older than me.
Well, who knows? Maybe that's something that can change your life.
Oh,
I know, right?
Girl, bye.
No, I don't know.
Like, 10 years? That's weird as hell.
You're like my dad.
And they all have kids. One of them was like, hey, I'm 36. I have a 10-year-old.
Well, how could you run a lash business and also tend to a child?
And I'm nobody's stepmother. And also, too, can I give myself a chance? I'm not saying there's great dads out there that are single and they're looking for love and they absolutely deserve it. I'm just saying for me, I want to give myself a chance to like, maybe if I do want to have kids one day, I'll be their first baby's mother and not their second. You know, maybe their one and only, even maybe their wife.
It's the goal, perhaps.
You know, and I'm all for the blended family. Been there, done that. I'm just saying, how? Well, we're sisters in Christ.
How? I thought we were sisters who cried.
That too.
We crowed.
We crew. Anyways.
Devon 3123. Anyways,
yeah, I just want to give myself a fair shot. So thank you for all the DMs, guys. It's just a little too much, but I do like the attention, so keep giving it to me. But only if you're cute. If you're not, I feel offended.
But
I'm not gonna lie.
Let's say, do you think you're cute? Send it in. Let's see. We'll figure it out.
But be real.
Or don't. We'll see. Who knows?
And if you're not, I'm passing you off to Lolo.
And then I'm passing you on to the deleted. Sorry.
Damn, right, because we don't have any single friends.
But do we have any? Well, that we care about? No.
No.
Well, we're each other's friend.
Right.
So,
first.
Second and third.
Right. Listen, you're my best friend for life. And I guess I'll say it on video just in case I start lying later. But I fuck with you. You cool.
Okay,
you mad lit.
I'll take that. I think you're really dope. And I think
you're
a
mad
vibe.
dope.
You're a vibe. And
no, absolutely.
I think we get each other way more than a lot of people do because I feel like we're synced in a way of clown to clown communication. And we can easily give me a forehead. We know what we're gonna eat now. And I think we get each other to the point where we don't have to say much, but even there's times where I feel like if I'm in a bad mood or if I'm going through something, I will hit her up and be like, what are you going through? Because I feel like I've, via proxy, via Munchausen, too affected the same thing. So I think you could say the same thing.
No, absolutely. You were annoyed all week this week, and I was too.
Like, you know what I mean?
Like, I was annoyed probably up until today.
I was too.
Because yesterday, I mean, you know. We were annoyed yesterday.
Well, we were annoyed. Yeah, we were annoyed. But
we went to half apps and we got our life. Like,
you know what I mean? Shout out to. So basically,
right.
Yeah. So, I think you are my best friend. I think you are my soulmate in a best friend way.
No, and you know, I was gonna say that too, and we'll end it there. But I've told you this, and I will always say it, and I really stand by this. I think I'm okay with never finding my romantic soulmate as long as I know that I have my platonic soulmate, because I just feel like every bit of support, everything that we've been through together, you've done for me, everything is so much more worth that. The trouble that I've been through.
So know that anybody who does step up to the plate and wants to provide, know that there is a gay best friend that you have to like everything that I do for her, you're gonna have to then do it and then some. And then for me too. Because I feel like I should get back my reward. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we can discuss later.
Y'all could be together, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Bring me back something to eat.
Yeah, take me out. Bring me a doggy bag.
My mom used to do that with my first boyfriend. Shout out to Kevin, man. He's an angel.
Shout out
he
to him.
He is an angel.
Open the door, cut the steak. Said hi to me.
Seriously.
You know there's beef. The guys, I don't care if he's gay.
Like, girl, relax. Are y'all fucking?
I don't want you or your cockeyed. Oh, and we'll end it on this note. I think we'll end it on this note.
Right, because I'm hungry.
Yeah, let's go eat something.
No, for real?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's eat something. Oh, thank God. Well, no, come with me to go pick up my phone so then we can go get Chick-fil-A.
No, so then we can get Chick-fil-A and then we can come back and chill. Are we going to eat there? Because then we can come back and puff.
No, we can puff now.
Okay.
Go. No, I don't want to eat there because they don't have like a, we would have to eat in the cars.
But that's what I'm saying. Okay, no. So then let's go pick up the phone, get the food, bring it back here, eat comfortable, smoke.
Okay. Well, let me use your phone and call and see if it's ready first. And if it's ready, then okay.
All right, guys. We will see you on the next one. I want to tell you it'll be next week. I don't really know though. So
whatever. Free will.
Tuned.
This was making our own schedule.
Nah, I go with the vibes, guys. I go with the vibes.
All right, and this is how we wrap. Diva on 3. 1, 2, 3. Diva! All right, we're done.